Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And with Jerry West, we'll be keeping our eyes on him, certainly.
He's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if the defender's all over him, he just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And, Steve, even more than that, this is what I think of when I think of him. Late in the fourth quarter, time winding down. They've got one shot to win the game. He's your man. He's the guy I'm looking for to make it happen.
Now here's Kobe after the miss from Rivers. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Now Pierce. Rivers with it. Tries from 10. Here's Garnett. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And here's Kobe. We'll go to Doris Burke now, who spoke with head coach Jim O'Brien. What's the news there, Doris?
He talked about how they match up with a player like Paul Pierce, saying, he's one of those guys who really does it all at a high level. Defend, score, you name it. I think defensively, we may look to double some and force other players to make shots. He's one of the greats. You enjoy the challenge of playing against him and just hope you can have enough to win. Guys, we'll see who carries the day.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now West, after the missed three from Rivers. Baylor drives in. LaRusso, no luck. Good D by Rondo.
Well, I hope they start getting warmed up here soon. That's 0 for 4 to this point.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them two chances at the free throw line here.
Well, defensively, he's a ball hawk. I mean, that mixture of anticipation and quick, strong hands makes him a threat to pick off a basketball any time from a ball handler.
And one thing about him that might not show up in the box score, but is as important as anything else, is his leadership. I mean, he sets the tone for this team, and all of his teammates follow his example.
And he can't hit the second. And here comes Kobe. Another shot. Here's West. And he was fouled on the way up. Two free throws now for him. It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for West. Now Garnett. Rondo kicks to Pierce. Fires the three. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Pierce has got his first 3 points of the game.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
It's West with the drive. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Doc Rivers. And both free throws good for West.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning the timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Doc Rivers, he's checked in for Kendrick Perkins. Rondo kicks to Rivers. It's tipped, and the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Chamberlain's checked in for Shaq. Here's Pierce. He kicks to Rivers from beyond the arc. Gets it to go. Rivers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here is West. Elgin Baylor on the wing. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Now here's Pierce. Now the pass to Garnett. Allen outside. A 3-ball. There's the bucket. Good.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
Yeah, that's the smart move there. That's how you want to end the quarter, but make sure you get a good solid possession here.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Back to Garnett. Deflected. Rondo with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Shot's good by Garnett.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
27 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Chamberlain. Kicks it to Worthy. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. All alone, and the layup good by Rondo.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Both good from the line that time. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Rivers is guarded by Johnson. With 1 on the clock. And that does it for the first quarter. The home team. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. West is out there with Magic Johnson. Then it's Worthy. And it's LaRusso. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5 spot.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the 3-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively. Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
There's the dish to West. West draws the double. Pass to LaRusso. Kicks it out to Baylor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Baylor's got his second basket.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Cassell, no good.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Count the bucket. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And here's Rivers. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And the first one counts. Rivers hits both of them. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Feeds to Kobe. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jerry West.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Uncovered. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 4 points in the quarter. West with the ball. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Kobe gets a screen from Divac, and the foul on Paul Pierce. And that'll be his third foul so far. .122 left to play here in the half. Baylor gets the bucket.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
And here we go with Ray Allen. 6 points for him. Pierce inside the three-point line. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Pierce has got 5 points so far.
Well, Kevin, he's got such a great focus as a shooter. He's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shots, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
And what he can do with the ball in his hands borders on miraculously ridiculous sometimes. He's broken a few ankles in his day, that's for sure.
Kobe dishes to Johnson.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
And the second free throw, good. There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Garnett. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Garnett's got 6.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Now here's Johnson. He dishes it to West. Fires from deep. That one goes. Counted. 7 points in the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Rondo. Here's Garnett. And the layup falls.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Allen outside. And he hits the buzzer beater.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports. I hope your week is off to a good start on this Monday. At the midway point, the home team is playing very well. Offensively, they're making it look ridiculously easy. Everything's falling. Ray Allen's been tremendous in the first half. He's got 9 points. As you might expect, he's been a huge factor from outside. And the visitors still keeping at it. They've been aggressive, drawing fouls and converting from the charity stripe. Jerry West certainly playing well so far. He's got 7 points, and he's had some good court vision, helping out in the assist department as well. That'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Thanks so much. I'm Damon Bruce. Now let's get back out to Kevin Harlan for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The second half just about to get going here. Ray Allen really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
We've got Rivers. Allen out there with Pierce. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Garnett in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jim O'Brien. And here comes Allen. Outside Pierce. The 3. And that one's good. Pierce has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Back to Baylor. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. Here comes Rondo. Pass to Rivers. Outside Pierce. Fires for 3. Gets it to go. Pierce has got 11 points.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Outside, Kobe to the paint. LaRusso. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them like it.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. And here is West. He's got 7. .144 left to play in the 3rd. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
Now here's Rondo. Dishes to Rivers. Ray Allen is on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. And that one's good. Allen's got 12.
Well, when you think about instant offense, his name comes to mind immediately. Doesn't take much for him to get it going and run off a string of buckets.
And the consistency of his jump shot is another thing we should say about him. I mean, it doesn't matter how many defenders are flying at him, his stroke is never changing.
And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Pierce. He's got 10.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They have really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And here's West from the arc. That drops.
There is no way No way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Rivers passes to Pierce. Fast break, here we go. LaRusso throws down the breakaway jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Now Kobe. Baylor kicks it to West. Tipped away. Shoots the three.
There we go.
They get the rebound. Can't hit. Allen outside. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. And the final period of play just about to start. Now, here's Scott. They've got Magic Johnson. Chamberlain is out there with Oregon. Then it's Jones, and it's Scott in at the one. And Ray Allen gets the whistle. That's his first foul. Johnson against Allen. And it's Johnson penetrating. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got his fifth rebound in this one. It's stolen by Jones. Left side, Jones. Scott. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Rivers can't get it to go.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Scott dishes to Johnson.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
One minute now into this fourth quarter. They double team Kobe. LaRusso kicks it out to Baylor. 6 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything, but moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Gets it to go. And it's 13 points for Paul Pierce.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
And Shaq with the slam.
Rudely thrown down after the offensive rebound. He is ramped up now.
He is, you're right, and you figure this game might come down to a few of those upper plays.
Always does, Kevin.
I wouldn't doubt it. Seems like that kind of a contest tonight.
And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
The feed to Baylor. The three. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Shaq's got 4 this quarter.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
It's off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. West is checked in for Magic Johnson. Now Baylor. Kobe attacking. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Left side, Kobe. LaRusso. Shaq, guarded by Garnett. Wide open look. Garnett grabs the board.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
No good there off the double clutch.
Still a chance, but they've got to score here.
Yeah, every possession is necessary.
For three, West. Oh, trying for it. The offensive rebound. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. And so Baylor nails both of them.
How big was that? He's just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
It's stolen by West.
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Here's what you take.
No need to rush things, although I think you do want to get a shot off in time to the point where if you miss it, you got a shot in the offensive rebound.
Well, if you got a play in your quiver that gets you a good shot, one you've been saving all game, now's the time to use it. Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
Rondo against Kobe. Stolen by Pierce. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
And that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
And so they foul intentionally.
At the line for 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he misses the second one as well, so he was 0 for 2 that time. What's your take, guys?
They can grab the win here if they knock down the shot. With under 2 seconds remaining, that's enough time to catch maybe one dribble and then get it up in the air. It's obviously a make-or-break situation.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Pierce.